I don't see Dalilah's law passed by the end of this year, I am going to be a thorn in the side of anyone that's collecting any of our tax dollars. And I'm going to use every resource at my availability to make these people uncomfortable. At a certain point, you got to quit talking about it and you got to start doing something. And we've talked about it and it's kind of stalled itself out. And these people have to start being held accountable. And that starts with the voting. It starts with the ballots. It also starts with just being a pain in their ass.
You hit the nail on the head. I mean, Dalilah's law passed the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. It was a pretty party line vote. That doesn't mean a Republican majority in the House can't pass it as well, but the fact it hasn't been put on the House floor is an indication that the votes just aren't there. So the only way to get those votes there are to advocate for this policy by calling your lawmaker, by emailing your lawmaker, communicating with the folks who represent you in Washington and let them know that this is a priority for the driver community, but also for the safety of everyone on the roads. Because if we are allowing drivers of 80,000-pound commercial motor vehicles to not be fluent in English, whether it be reading road signs, which increasingly have become much more timely with the technology that we have on our roads, where they can alert you to emergencies that are emerging. I think that's critically important. You know, having the ability to communicate with first responders and law enforcement in a time of emergency can be critically important as well. So English language proficiency from a wider perspective is one of those things that should have always been enforced because it just makes such abundant sense to do so. We were upset when enforcement became pretty lax on the issue. I think that certainly didn't help safety go in the right direction. But now that we've kind of turned a corner on English language proficiency, hopefully we can get drivers behind the wheel who are capable of reading those signs when they are updated and communicating with first responders when there is an emergency and something needs to be done. So we're moving in the right direction on English language proficiency. Obviously, things move very slowly in Washington, D.C. People are probably tired of me saying that, but we are keeping the pressure on Congress to pass legislation like Dalilah's law to get this addressed. But if they are unable to do so, we still have the Department of Transportation pursuing a rulemaking, and all of our members and truckers at large should be weighing in on that, providing comments in support of what DOT is doing, because that's how we get this done from a regulatory perspective.